Hello and welcome. How you doing? Sorry about that. That was creepy as fuck, by the way. That was my claw, my strong hand. Apologies about that. Anyway, hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on the video, and hopefully you've enjoyed the review/reaction so far of Shikbat Side A album. Talhah Yunus album, of course. And this is the next track in line. Again, these are in no particular order, so they're just going to come out as and when. And this one's called Guess Who's Back. It seems to be a solo track, so let's check it out. No more talking, more watching. Let's do it. I need to put these in there. I'm gonna go back to that real quick. Just before we do get started, just reminding myself, people have asked about the headphones, and I know I mentioned it in a previous video, and these are the KZs EDX or whatever they are. KZs, I think. And I bought them from Amazon. They were like 40 quid or something, but you can get similar ones from Temu, which are very, very cheap. And I actually did order a pair where they were like 4 quid or something, 4.90 or some shit from Temu. And I mean, the difference is shocking. It's shocking. Like 40 quid, well worth the money, because you actually get some bass out of it. You get decent low frequency out of it. I think these are like 20 hertz, from 20 hertz all the way to 16 or 10,000. I can't remember which high frequency it goes up to, but I know it hits the 20 hertz on the low frequency. Again, they're not the best. They're not like, you know, studio professional 500-600 quid versions, because, you know, shit, who's got the money for that? But they do make a hell of a difference. So if you do get the ones from Temu, like 4 or 5 quid, don't expect any good quality, just, you know, decent headphones, I guess. But if you go up to like the 30-40 quids, then you can see a bit of a difference, because they've got different drivers in them. I think these have got quad drivers, whereas the ones from Temu are like dual drivers. Anyway, if you want more information, hit me up in the comments. And I'm not sponsored by these. I don't sell these at all, by the way, but people have asked, so I'm going to answer. Anyway, let's go.
Guess who's back? Big Karachi Wali piano cab. I was busy, baby, smoke some up, relax. Did you miss me? Are you tipsy? Are you mad? Couldn't file, londe khali kare max. Guess who's back?
I mean, the whole Guess Who's Back, obviously there's Slim Shady, Guess Who's Back, from his Without Me track, but there's also Guess Who's Back mixtape or EP, which was 50 Cent's album in 99, I think, or 2000, one of the two. That was a good album, to be fair. I enjoyed that. That was early 50. So again, I'm not saying that's what's happening here, where he's referencing those sides. But Guess Who's Back, obviously, it is a bit of a famous quote.
Tipsy, are you mad? Couldn't file, londe khali kare max. Guess who's back? Londe khade gate par aajani wait kar, joint ko lapet kar. Bade kya bane, bade paper show pe aade le.
Talking about rolling the joint, I'm going to roll one straight after this video, so there you go.
Par aajani wait kar, joint ko lapet kar. Bade kya bane, bade paper show pe aade le kar. Kahe mere haters, I'm a hit maker. I will see him later, love. महंगे होते acres, सारे लगे fake up, ये तो होते bigger, bro. कौन है इधर safe up, भाई को बस ले और बने रखे.
Yunus sounds like he's on lean or some shit, which obviously may be good or bad thing, because his music sounds excellent. So, but it sounds like he's on lean, and he's got that slurring side of him. Slurring version? I don't know what I was trying to say there, but hopefully you understood what I was trying to say. Fuck me. It's getting hot in this car, by the way. It's like 22 degrees or some shit in the UK, which is mad. And it's getting hot in this car now, even though it's still early morning. Well, morning.
रोज करें शुक्र पढ़ा लिखा लाया लेबल्स नहीं लाता ब्रांड तो खाली होती टेबल कर जूतियों को केटर अगर गाली होती लेबल टैटू नहीं स्कार है कॉल मी अंडरटेकर always been a giver and you wanna be a taker शायद वो जाएगा
these aren't tattoos, these are scars. Call me the Undertaker. Undertaker, obviously tattoos. He used to have a tattoo with the name Sarah on his neck, and obviously after they split up, I think maybe sometime after 2010, after they split up, he obviously had to remove that shit and he had to cover it up. So it's quite good, actually. I don't think he's digging that deep into it, but Yeah. These aren't tattoos, these are scars. Call me Undertaker.
Label tattoo nahi scar hai call me Undertaker always been a giver and you wanna be a taker chahe wo le lega वापस अभी कुछ देगा मुंह पे बने रियल है फितने मुफ्ते पल तोड़ेंगे छुप के यारों के लिए चुप मैं सबको करूं खुश मैं दिल में रखूं तो क्या फायदा है तो रुकते बेवफाए कुत्ते I look like a thug so they be nice to me when I pull up at a club I don't need ID चूतियों से लेता ना एडवाइस मैं कभी अभी किया सिर्फ फायर मैंने खींचा ही नहीं guess who's back
I mean, sorry, is there an actual Karachi cap like these, but with Karachi on it? Because I would fucking love one, by the way. If anyone knows where I can get one from, drop me a link. I'm all up for it. I want one. I want like unique caps. This is not unique. This is very generic LA New Era cap. But, you know, I've got a collection, so I want to add to it by adding unique caps.
I was busy, baby, smoke some up, relax. Did you miss me? Are you tipsy? Are you mad? Couldn't fire, londe khali kare max. Guess who's back? तू न जाने मेरी dark side. Hard time तेरी जिंदगी से रोज fight. Co-sign किया हुआ नहीं co-sign. कभी रिश्तों में लाया नहीं note भाई. अब सारे चाहे कि मैं करूँ मैंने ghost right. दोस्त नहीं ये industry मेरी दोस्त नहीं. Street smart और ये समझो मुझे होश नहीं. जिद तक पहुँच मेरी पिट तेरी पहुँच नहीं. बल्ली नहीं यारों की शक्ल नागिन बन के मैंने सांप देखे. ये मेरा 10 सालों का सफर भूल जाते हैं उधार देगे कुछ यार मुझे दे चुके सबक मेरे लिए अपनी जान देगे आती है बाद में समझ मुश्किलें हो आसान कैसे सबके लिए ख्वाब देगे लोगों पे एहसान ऐसे याद करें नाम लेगे सब बने पर गुलाम कैसे खुदा का अपने दिलों में कुछ और नहीं.
So sometimes it seems like I'm getting distracted. Is because I am getting distracted. Like, you know, where I live outside there's a parking area which you need to have a parking permit, you know, because, you know, if you're a resident. And people just fucking stupid because, you know, they'll park up, they'll read the sign, they'll get back in the car, and then they'll fuck off again because they realize that they can't actually park here. And, you know, it just amazes me sometimes that people can't read a fucking sign, which is literally right over there, somewhere just above here. But, you know, it's fantastic. It really is fantastic that they can't actually read it. And I have to stare at them because it's like, are you stupid? Yes.
हो आसान कैसे सबके लिए ख्वाब देगे लोगों पे एहसान ऐसे याद करें नाम लेगे सब बने पर गुलाम कैसे खुदा का अपने दिलों में कुछ और नहीं तेरे जैसे बहुत पिटे मेरे जैसा और नहीं देसी रैप का हूँ बाप कहते हो जी खबरी है सारे तभी रहता हूँ लोगी पुश स्टार्ट किया सीन बड़े नोकीज मोस्ट स्ट्रीम मेरे भाई मिस्टर मोस्ट स्ट्रीम रोके मेरे जाने वाले रोके.
See, I know obviously I said the whole thing about Anjem saying that he is the god. Oh, he is the god of Urdu rap, or where would Urdu rap be without him? And I said that obviously, he didn't mention Yunus and they were together sort of thing, like, you know, in terms of youngsters. And then someone came out and said, oh, well, Anjem said this in Lagore, where it was like, you know, we are one sort of thing. Okay, that's fine. But then, you know, even in Yunus's own fucking album and track, he mentions Anjem, my bro is most streamed. Do you know what I mean?
पुश स्टार्ट किया सीन बड़े नोकीज मोस्ट स्ट्रीम मेरे भाई मिस्टर मोस्ट स्ट्रीम रोके मेरे जाने वाले रोके मीटर हुआ शार्ट तो मैं रगड़ दूंगा 2-3 फोर्ट है बड़े रैप मेरा फोर्ट है मैं छोड़ देता सब मगर होता नहीं जोके वर्सेस ये कोके लड़ पे शोबिज मिले बड़े धोखे अंडर एस्टिमेट करे या करे डिबेट कभी साइड है वेट कभी ड्रेड कभी ब्रेड कभी करे मुझे हेट कभी करे मेरा वेट मेरे शहर में तो कोई भी ना फील करे सेफ फायर इन द बूथ बेटे यारा नहीं क्लोज मुझे लगे बड़ी भूख मगर खाता सिर्फ गोल कितने मुंह पे बोले झूठ कितने मुंह पे बने दोस्त मैं तो करूं सब महसूस तभी होता है अफसोस guess who's back Karachi wali topiyan no cap I was busy baby smoke some up relax Did you miss me are you tipsy are you mad couldn't fire londe khali kare max guess who's back
Very nice little track. Guess who's back? Obviously, this probably could have been the first track of the album, to be honest. I don't know, but again, they were done in no particular order, so apologies about that. But again, it's a track that he just sort of reminds people of who he is and who he was and the shit that they've gone through and been through since 4 or 5 years ago, and where they are now and how successful they've become, which is true. They have become very successful, both of them, in their own rights. Anjem, obviously, he just dropped his album, Open Letter, which, it was a very good album. It was a very good project, in all fairness. And again, this has turned out to be a very good project as well. But personally, again, this is going to sound very wrong, but I did prefer, what was the guy's name? Fuck's sake. Yashraj, that's it. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Yes, Yashraj's project has been better. That's been the best one I've heard so far, to be honest. Even though the album's been good with the tracks that I've heard, but I still feel Yashraj had a better project so far. Again, I haven't heard the full album yet, so and no doubt people are going to disagree with me there. That's standard, and just let me know your thoughts in the comments, and hopefully we don't disagree too much. But yeah, do let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert.